All right, guys, welcome to day 4. Okay, day 4. I hope you are feeling amazing, and I hope you are starting to see your goals differently, right? I hope you are starting to see your body differently, food differently. Okay, now today we are going to talk about the one and only thing that separates people who succeed versus the people who struggle forever. Okay, now everything that we have covered this week, the workouts, the nutrition, the mindset shifts, means nothing if you don't do this one thing. And I know I won't shut up about it because it's the truth. Okay, now the only reason that nothing has ever worked, the only reason you can't stick with it, the only reason you sabotage yourself, you eat sugar, you don't do your workouts, is simply because that is what you have trained your brain to do. Okay, you have trained your brain to sabotage yourself. Like I talked about in day 1, you have trained your brain to be a failure, right? You have trained your brain that you don't deserve better. You have trained your brain that that is just who you are. In your mind, that is your identity. Okay. And because you've told yourself these things so many times, and therefore you have acted in this way and got those results as a result of all of that, you feel like they are true. But really, it is just confirmation bias. It is just you continuously proving yourself right. It is why it feels impossible to change. But when you make the decision and you have the tools to support, to shift, and let go of, and actually stick with these changes to reprogram how you think and feel, you can change those deep automatic thoughts, behaviors. And that is when your goals become easy. Okay. Most people don't fail, not because they don't know what to do, right? Everybody knows what to do, right? I mean, maybe not the exact workout, but we all know in general how to eat relatively healthy. We all know we should be moving more, right? So it's not necessarily that you don't know what to do. It is absolutely not that you are not good enough. It is because you never actually decide 100% to change, to let go of who you were before, because that shit is hard. Okay. Letting go of who you were before is not easy. Okay. Becoming and fully stepping into that person is the hardest part. Like I have worked with, I don't even know how many clients over the last 11 years. And this is the piece that makes it or breaks it for people. Okay. And this is the thing, right? Is people don't realize that change isn't just about what you do, right? It's not about forcing yourself to work out. It's not about forcing yourself to eat healthy. It is not about forcing external change. When you focus on internal habits, external change comes easily. Okay. And the problem is that most people only kind of want it, right? They kind of want to lose the weight. So they kind of try, they kind of show up. But if you only kind of commit, you're only kind of going to get results. Okay. So today we are going to make a decision, the decision that is going to guarantee you success. Okay, so that you never get excited about a new plan and then fall off a few weeks later. So that you never again start strong and then quit the second life gets hard. So that you are never stuck in that place of knowing what to do, but not actually doing it long enough to see results. Okay, because again, you are not lazy. It's not even that you lack motivation. It is not even that you just aren't disciplined enough or you have an addiction to sugar, you have this or you have that. Okay. The reason that you are the way you have the results you have is because you haven't fully decided that you want to go all in. You haven't fully decided that you are committed to this lifestyle. Okay. And until you go all in, you will always find a reason to quit, right? Until you go all in, it will always be easier to go back, right? Because while you still have one foot in your old lifestyle, your old habits, and you're tiptoeing one foot forward, it is going to be way too easy to go back. You cannot be half over here and half over there. It is one or the other. Okay. You cannot have one foot in your old life while trying to stretch and reach towards where you want to go. Okay, if you want to get more than you have now, you've got to let go. You've got to bring that foot so that both of your feet are in your new life. Okay. And if you do not make this decision today, this is what's going to happen. You're going to keep repeating the same cycle, right? You are going to stay stuck 100%, right? You are going to stay stuck in the same place, wondering why nothing ever changes, right? You keep proving to yourself that you can't do it, right? Every time you quit, it reinforces the belief in your head that, oh, I'm just someone who I can't stick with things. I just never get what I want, right? Bitch, you are proving yourself right. The only reason you never get what you want is because you tell yourself you never get what you want. So then you create that, like it's a self-fulfilling prophecy. Okay. So then you stay trapped in the same body, feeling the same frustration, wishing that you started sooner, wishing you had something different. Okay, but what if you decided, and I mean like really decided that this time was different? Okay, when you do that, you stop quitting, right? There's no more starting and stopping. There's no more wondering, maybe will I reach my goals? No, no. When you decide, your goals are only a matter of time. Okay, because you start to show up as the version of you who already has it, right? You don't just hope that you're going to get in shape. You don't just hope that your life is going to change. No, you are all in. Okay. And you finally break the cycle and become the woman who follows through, who sticks with it, who has the body and the life that you want. No more doubt, no more inconsistency, just inevitable success. Okay. The truth is, your success can be inevitable, but you have to make the decision. You have to decide to take your feet that are currently half, right? Your foot that is on your excuses, your foot that is on the, oh, it never works out for me, your foot that is on the limiting beliefs, right? And then the one that's kind of trying to reach forward. You have to let go. You have to let go of your limiting beliefs. You have to let go of your excuses. You have to let go of everything keeping you here and bring both of your feet into your new life. Okay. Hi, mom. Okay. You do not need more motivation to do this. You do not need the perfect plan. Okay. It is not that, oh, you don't have enough time, right? The only difference between people who succeed and those who don't is that the people who succeed take both feet into their new life and decide they're never going back. They decide they will keep going until it works, not if. Okay, because the second you decide that I am someone who follows through, I am someone who reaches my goals, I will do this no matter what. I will get back up no matter how many times it takes, everything changes. Okay. I had a client who came to me and she had, gained and lost a bunch of weight. And she just told myself, I just can't stay consistent. Right. I just can't stick with it. And she had tried everything, right? Every diet, every workout plan, everything, but nothing stuck. It wasn't because she didn't know what to do. I mean, yeah, she didn't have the proper workouts and nutrition, but at the end of the day, it wasn't because she didn't have, if she would have kept doing what she's doing, she would have saw some results, right? But it was because every time shit got hard, she stopped. So I asked her, right? What if instead of giving up when shit gets hard, you decided that quitting is no longer an option, right? When you decide that quitting is no longer an option, you decide that you just are the kind of person who shows the fuck up regardless, that is when your goals become inevitable. Right. And when I said that to her, right, I was like, well, what if just, instead of giving up when things get hard, instead of letting, like, the problem is that most people let shit getting hard be a sign that, oh, it's not going to work for me. Bitch, that is not a sign. Okay. That is not a sign. That is you looking for an excuse out. And once you realize that and you realize that like challenges are inevitable, but the people who are successful, it's not that they don't have any challenges, it's that they keep going regardless. Okay. And this is the mindset that changed everything for her because she realized it didn't have to happen overnight. She didn't have to be perfect and it wasn't going to be easy. But as long as she got back up every single day, she would be successful. And now she is crushing it. She is like well on her way to reaching her goals. She is sticking with it. She's doing all the things. She is not being perfect, but she is continually getting back on track. And that is the one decision, the one thing that you have to do if you want to get results that last. Okay. Because once you decide, like, I am the kind of person who sticks with it, I am the kind of person who just naturally gets back on track, I am the kind of person who follows through with what I say, your goals become inevitable. And it is so freaking powerful once you do that because you have this relief. You realize that your goals are only a matter of time. Okay. So, like I said, the only difference between people who succeed and people who don't, the ones who succeed decide, I deserve better. I will figure this out. I will do whatever it takes. I will invest in myself. I will not stop when it gets hard, right? I will keep going when it doesn't work right away. I will keep going until it works. Okay. So, what I want to do to get yourself into a bit of a state and shift out of this is we're going to do some tapping. Okay. So, I just want you to breathe and then just tap. And what we're going to do is we're going to release some of our resistance and we're going to allow ourselves to let go of these old beliefs and step into this new version of us. Okay, so just breathe, tap, and repeat after me. Even though it hasn't worked in the past, I choose to fully love and accept myself. Even though I still have some doubt, I choose to fully love and accept myself. Even though I don't totally believe my goals are possible for me yet, I choose to fully love and accept myself. Even though I have sabotaged myself in the past, I choose to fully love and accept myself. Even though I'm afraid of going all in and still failing, I choose to fully love and accept myself. Even though I'm afraid it still won't work for me, I choose to fully love and accept myself. Even though change feels hard, I choose to fully love and accept myself. And even though it's scary to go all in, I choose to fully love and accept myself. Because I know that I deserve better. I know that all it takes is a decision, and that I am right where I need to be to get where I want to go. And I will do whatever it takes. I know that my goals are possible. I know that my past does not define me. I am choosing to go all in. I am choosing to be a new me. I am committed to change because I deserve a body I love. I deserve to know how good I can feel. I am worthy of investing my time, energy, and efforts into myself. I deserve to be a priority. I deserve the best. And I will keep going until it works. Deep breath in. All right, guys. So now, in order to stay all in, to decide to get the results that you want, like I said, you have to really want to change, because just kind of maybe wanting to lose some weight isn't enough to motivate you when shit gets hard. Okay, so I want you guys to put in the comments, why are you here? Right? Why do you want to change? Why do you want to lose weight? And this isn't like I just want to lose some weight to feel more confident. Okay, confident so that what? Why do you want to be more confident? Whatever your surface layer answer is to why you're here, I want you to go deeper, right? So if the goal is to gain confidence, okay, why do you want to be more confident? Right? I want to be more confident so that I can wear what I want to the beach. Okay, why do you want to wear what you want to the beach? Well, I want to wear what I want to the beach because, I've always been self-conscious and I'm tired of being self-conscious. Okay, well, why? Right? Keep going and find a deeper reason that really lights you up, right? If you need to, especially if you're on the replay, you can do this, but I want you to pause, right? Pause, pause this video and write out all of the reasons why you really want this. Okay, if you half-ass this, if you do not really go deep into this answer, like don't be surprised when you don't stick with it. Okay, because if you are not motivated to change, if you do not have a burning desire, you're going to stop when it gets hard. You're never going to have enough desire to keep going. Okay, so pause this and write out all those reasons. And then I want you to write out, why do you deserve better? Why do you deserve to change for good? Why do you deserve to lose the weight, to have the body you want? Again, pause this video and then write it out, right? Write out all the answers. Why do you deserve this? Okay. The truth is I already know that you deserve a body you love, right? I know that you are worth it because you are human. You are inherently worthy. Like I wholeheartedly believe that every single woman on this planet deserves to love the skin she's in, to see her worth, to look in the mirror and love what she sees. Because I know how much this changed my life. And I'm not just talking about like losing the weight. I'm talking about truly looking in the mirror and loving the person you see back, loving the reflection, thinking kindly of yourself. Okay. You deserve Like you deserve to know how good it feels to love the skin you're in, to love your body, to genuinely like the human looking back at you. Like there is there's no greater gift that you can give yourself than actually liking what you see in the mirror, because it affects every area of your life. When you are healthier, when you are happier, when you love what you see in the mirror, you are a better you for everyone around you. Right? When you genuinely like you are happier, you have more energy, you put more into everything that you do. Like I want to live in a world where everybody loves their body. Everybody has a healthy relationship with food. Okay. So I already know you are worthy. It is you that you have to convince. And once you convince yourself that you are worthy of your goals, you become unstoppable. Okay. You become unstoppable. Okay. And lastly, why now? Okay. Why did you join this challenge? And why are you committed now? Why are you like quitting is no longer an option? Okay. Sell yourself. Sell yourself on why you are going all in, why you are going all in today. Okay. Why this is important for you. Because when quitting is no longer an option, your success is inevitable. Okay. So this is what I want you guys to do now is I want you to say it out loud, right? I decide that I deserve better, right? Say it out loud. Okay. And remember, this isn't just about losing weight. It is about showing up for yourself and deciding that you are worth it, right? When I say you deserve better, I am not just saying that like, oh, you deserve to reach your goals. You deserve a body you love. Like you deserve to know how good it feels to show up for yourself, to exercise, to eat healthy, right? You deserve to know how good it feels to respect yourself enough to do the hard things. All right. So I want you to declare it, right? And then put it in the comments. Put it in the comments. I decide that I now deserve better. Okay. And I also want you to write this down. Write it down, put it on a sticky note, put it on your bathroom mirror, put it somewhere that you will see it every single day so that anytime you want to quit, anytime you are doubting yourself, remind yourself, I already decided, right? I no longer stop when it gets hard. I will keep going until I succeed, right? This comes back to what we talked about on Monday. I will lose 30 pounds this year, right? It is happening. Once you make the decision and you continue to show up like that every single day, your goals will literally be inevitable. But while you're still half in, half out, you're never going to get where you want to go, right? You will never get there. Hell yeah, Zane, that's what I want to hear, right? You will never get where you want to go when you are 1 foot in your old life and 1 foot in your new one, because you're just going back and forth, right? You have to bring both of those feet over into the new one. Okay, and your next step is to start acting like it. Okay, decide you deserve better and then act like it. Treat your body with respect, show up, right? So one thing you can do today is, again, pause this if you're watching the recording and write out the difference between you now and you at your goal, right? What are the thoughts? What are the actions, right? How do you currently think about exercise? How does the version of you who's lost 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 pounds, how does she feel about exercise? Okay. How do you currently feel about food? How does she feel about food? How do you talk to yourself in the mirror? How does she talk to herself in the mirror? Right. And then what are actions that you can take? Right. Remember, we talked about on Monday, small baby steps. Okay. This isn't like going to the gym 5 days a week, right? Maybe this is aiming for 5,000 steps a day, 6,000 steps a day, right? What are those things? Okay. Because when you know the thoughts and the habits that align with where you want to go, this is where you get there. Okay. And this isn't like fake it till you make it. This is like being it until you see it. If you are thinking like the version of you who's already lost 40 pounds, and then you are acting like the version of you who's already lost 40 pounds, can you see how your goals become inevitable? Right. And then the last thing I want you to do is do something big to solidify the shift. Okay. I am very big on like symbolism, but like drawing the line in the sand. Okay. Like you have to do something that symbolizes you are all in, like you've crossed the line. Okay. You've crossed the line. You've lifted both feet. You're on the other side. This can be something as simple as declaring it on social media, right? You can post in this group if you're brave. You can post on your personal page, but declare it to the world, right? I am all in. I will keep going until I hit my health goal, until I hit my weight loss goal. This could be admitting it to a loved one, right? So often I know a lot of us, we don't tell our spouses about our goals because it's like, well, what if I don't hit it and it's embarrassing? Okay. But instead, I want you to be bold. declare it to the world, say it to a loved one, say it on Facebook, invest in yourself, but do something to burn the boats so there's no going back. Okay, do something so that you go all in and you are forced to stay over there. Okay, because unless you go all in and stay all in, you will stay in that uncomfortable place forever. Because you are either uncomfortable in your body or you are uncomfortable half-assing it, right? You are either uncomfortable in your body where you are now, or you are in that uncomfortable place of constantly going back and forth. Okay. And again, you must make this decision every single day, not only on the days you feel like it. Okay. This is something that we literally work on inside my program with my clients all the time, because it is too easy to go back to your old habits, your old self-doubts, your old thoughts when you're doing it alone. It is too easy to stop when you forget, right? When you don't know that your brain is constantly working against you, it is too easy to believe it, right? But when you have that support and you are constantly being reminded of this and constantly being coached on this, like this is why my clients lose the weight and become the person for good, because we are constantly working on this together. And chances are you've noticed some of those old habits coming up, right? Maybe you've missed a workout or so, right? Maybe you haven't really stuck with your nutrition. Maybe you haven't stuck with the habits because because you haven't burned your boats, right? Like this is why investing in yourself is so important to change. This is why like you need to do something big. You need that extra support, right? Like, yes, you need to know how to exercise. Yes, you need to know nutrition, right? There are more efficient ways. If you want to lose body fat, you want to tone up, there are exercises and things that are going to help that a little bit better, right? If you want to be mindful of where you're like, anyone can lose weight, right? Anyone can lose weight, but in order to tone up and like actually look how you want to, you do need to have specific workouts and nutrition. Okay. But without this mental support, like none of that matters. And this is why, like I said, this is such a big part of what I do with my clients and what we are focusing on all the time. Okay. Because it is too easy to go back. It is too easy when you are doing it on your own, when you are not invested, when you are half-assing it, it is too easy to go back into that old life. Okay. You will always get what you expect, right? So if you're half-assing it because deep down you don't believe it's going to happen for you, or you're afraid to invest in yourself because you don't believe it's going to work for you, guess what? You're going to get more of it not working for you. You get exactly what you expect. But if you take action, expecting it to work, knowing it's going to work, you're going to be right. Okay. And I know it's hard when you feel like you've tried everything and nothing ever works for you, but I promise it is not your body. It is not your metabolism. It is not your hormones. It is not your sugar cravings. It is your thoughts. It is your identity and your beliefs. And once you shift this and you have the support to keep holding that line, taking action is easy. And that is when, the exact workouts and nutrition gets more important, right? But again, the perfect diet and workout plan is useless if you still don't believe in yourself. Right? So I want you to imagine where you could be in 3-6 months from now, right? Believe if you show up every single day, imperfectly, but you show up every single day, knowing that you are supported, you are guided, you have the mental support, you have the mindset support, but you also have the exact workouts and nutrition to get you where you want to go. Right? You've been doing your workouts, you've been watching your body changing, you're toning up, your waist is getting smaller, right? You're getting more toned. You love what you see in the mirror. And best of all, even if you're not at your end goal yet, you know it's possible. You know that not only is it possible, you know it's inevitable because it is working and you feel better. You feel different than you have ever felt before, right? You are confident in yourself, all because you have the exact plan, you have the support, and you have shifted your identity. Okay, this is the power of deciding. This is the power of going all in. Okay, now here's the thing. Most people will hear this and they'll be fired up for a little bit and they'll be like, I can do this on my own. I'm going to do this. And then 1 week from today, they go back to what they've always done, right? But that's not you. You're not waiting for motivation. You're not looking for another new plan. Today, you are making the decision that this is the year of you. This is the year you get where you want to go. Okay, so I want you to drop I decide in the comments if you are making the decision today. Okay, and now, of course, if you want help making this process fail-proof and automatic, send me a DM, right? Send me a DM saying, Ronnie, I am in. Okay, I am in. I am ready to do this. I'm making this my year, and there's no going back. Okay, because once you make that decision, I promise you, your whole life will change and you will just be so grateful that you did. Okay, so grab your send me a DM, decide to go all in, because I promise you, when you do this, not only will your body change, but every area of your life will be completely different. So if you are ready, if you want to make this your year, if you are done going back and you're just all in, send me a DM, Ronnie. I am all in, and let's do this because you deserve to love the body that you are.